Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh. Call Halloyim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to the true and sincere Akim out there preaching and teaching his truth and truth and sincerity. This is the brother Tazayar coming from Great Millstone, Indiana, Camp in Gary, and I pray that this lesson be edifying to the elect that's out there, striving and fighting for their crowns, man. Through whatever adversities that you may be facing, trust and believe. And that reward you're going to receive. So without further ado, this is Sirach chapter 2, and I'm going to start at 4. And it reads, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And like one of our beloved apostles, Apostle Gabar, always say, and Apostle Tahar and all the great men like them, hey, you have to learn how to love chastisement, okay, from the Lord. When you in this thing, man, you're gonna catch flame, you're gonna catch fire, you're gonna catch chastisement. And see, the Lord, he don't do things just to chastise you for no reason. He do things to build you up, to make you strong. All right. And so when you're going through these things, remind yourself that everything that the Lord do is for your good. Everything that you go through is for your good, especially if it's the chastising of the Lord, man. Because he's making you stronger, so you won't be weak when the day comes that all flesh will be tried. Right? Verse 6, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. And even with that, man, you're being tested on how you receive your chastisement. I heard a brother in the Iowa camp. I forget my brother's name right now, man. But one of the brothers at the Iowa camp, he said something in the sit-down lesson that really stuck with me. And he said, hey, man, you're being graded by how you take the Lord's chastisement. So he governed himself by the grade that he will receive by the hell that he catching and how he's receiving it. And that's a mighty statement when you think about it, because it's like, man, when people get chastised, right, a lot of times people become resentful. That's why the scripture says, rebuke not a fool, lest he hate you, but rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. Right? When you getting rebuked, a lot of times, or when you going through hard times, a lot of times people freak out. They freak out because they can't take the pressure of that process of being turned into a diamond. And that's an old saying in the world, man. Hey, pressure either busts pipes or it creates diamonds. And sometimes, man, when you're going through so much, it's either going to make you give up or it's going to make you go hard. And then when you come up out of that affliction, hey, as the scripture says, man, hey, I'm going to read it again. Sirach 2:5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So you coming out like that gold, man. You coming out with that shine. You coming out with that glow. And people know it, man. They know it. When you're going through trials, right, you start to receive the fruits of the Spirit. Long suffering, patience, meekness, right? You start receiving those and joy even within those things, right? Because we're always in the mindset that things could be a lot worse, or at least the Lord's dealing with me. Because even in them times of you catching hell, the Lord will still let you know that he's with you. You know, and that's mighty, man. This is verse 7. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Come on, man. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. So yeah, man, when you fear the Lord, you're gonna try to do your best to maintain the spirit that's in you, to maintain your integrity, you know, because what we're doing, it's a high morale thing that we're doing, man. You know, you still gotta be a sincere and devout man of the Lord behind closed doors. Like, no one should be around, and you should still want to serve the Lord. You know, you shouldn't be coming around because you want to have have friends. This is not a boy group, man. You know what I'm saying? This is not a fraternity, right? You know, we're not handing out no kicky tickets, man. Look, if you're gonna serve the Lord, you're gonna do it in sincerity. You know, or you just can't be around. And that's the type of spirit you want to have. You want to have the spirit of serving the Lord even when no one's around, man. And he says, what? Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. So the Lord is not going to let you down, man. No matter what it is you feel like you're going through. And when we read verse 10, it goes furthermore into saying, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? And the answer is none, man. I know I just turned up right there, but I got passionate at that point, because it's like the Lord don't turn his children down. The Lord loves us even more than our own parents loves us, man. And we came from them. We came from their loins. We came from their womb. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushai love you more than your parents. Point blank fucking period, man. He's always going to be here. He's never going to forsake you. And that's how mighty that the love of the Lord is, man. Matter of fact, verse 11, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. Come on, man. So the Lord is full of compassion for his children, man. He's full of compassion. And he's very merciful. And it said it for itself. He's pitiful. Why? Because we're a pitiful fucking case, man. Us being in this flesh is a pitiful ass case. Because we can never do what we aspire to do to serve the Lord to the utmost of our abilities sometimes, man. So like we fall short in this wicked ass flesh, man. And it makes you so like, you know, remorseful, and it makes you so, you know, because you're not doing what you know you should be doing to serve the Lord. That should frustrate you, man. It frustrated Paul. Paul was like, man, the things that I would do, I don't do. And the things that I would not do, the things is that I do. He was pissed. Paul didn't even like the fact that he was that in his flesh, man, because this flesh is a constant thorn in the side of our spirits. Because as Yahweh Shai said, man, he said, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. Our spirit is always willing to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's just us overcoming this body of sin, man. These chains of darkness, you know? And maintaining your integrity and believing in the Lord through whatever it is you're going through. And I had a conversation with a brother early on today, just to segue right quick, you know. I had a conversation with a brother earlier today, and then, you know, the thought of Daniel being tossed in the den with the lions had crossed my mind, man. I'm like, yo, You know, what could have been his mindset walking into that den? You know what I'm saying? Because like, everybody say they got faith, man. Everybody say they got faith. Everybody say they believe. But, like, that was a situation where, like, even those that might have, like, a decent amount of faith would have even had to question themselves. Like, damn, like, I'm finna get tossed in there. Like, bro. And there's many examples in the scriptures, but that's just one in particular that stuck in my mind. Like, wow. The thought process of it, to not, compromise Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, your integrity, man. The thought, man, like, man, the Lord, if it's your will, it's your will. And I know that you got me regardless of whatever. He probably looked at walking in that lion's den as an honor. Like, man, I'm finna die for the Lord. Hey, because the scriptures tells us that what precious in the eyes of the Lord is the death of his saints. So he was like, man, he was fully persuaded in his mind to just give it all up for the Lord. And that's the mindset we have to be in, man. When you are being tested, when you're being put under, scrutiny, when you're being put in positions of difficulty, hey, man, you got to have a spirit on you to say, you know what? It is what it is, man. If this is the Lord's will, let his will be. And believe that the Lord can deliver you out of anything that you're going through. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that again, man, because he said it. This is, I'm going to read it again. Sirach 2:11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. So he's very pitiful. He's going to forgive you, and he's going to save you in your times of affliction. But you got to believe. You have to believe. Because that's the only way the Lord is going to save you. And how do you show the Lord you believe? By what you do. Your faith. Your faith shall work action. Your faith shall produce works. Because faith without works alone is dead. So your faith have to produce works. I mean, when you believe and when you fear in something, you're going to do what you got to do. Like, if you got a job, you don't want to lose your job. You're gonna fear losing your job if you don't work. You're going to go to work. Same thing for the Lord, man. You can't say you believe in the Lord, but you don't want to go and do what you're supposed to do to serve him, man. That's not going to cut it, you know? And then I'm talking to myself too, man. I am not even just talking to, you brothers and you sisters that's out there, man. I'm talking to myself as well. It's not going to cut it, man. Straight up. We got to hold ourselves accountable in this thing, man. Sirach 2:12. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands in the sinner that goeth 2 ways. Woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. And that's a part of what I was just saying, man. That's a part of, woe to you that have lost patience. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? See? So, hey, that's the point, man. You don't wanna lose faith in the Lord, man, because the Lord will bring you through it. But if you don't trust in the Lord, then the Lord is gonna let whatever it is that's gonna lead you to your destruction, to your fucking destruction, man. And look, man, we all know, chastening don't feel good. And I'm gonna pull that up right quick, man. This is Hebrews chapter 12. I was gonna start at 6. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Yeah, so if the Lord loves you, man, guess what? He's going to put you in that furnace affliction, because what? Hard times make strong men, and good times make weak men. So the Lord, he's producing an army of men, of soldiers, man, a body of men that's going to be war ready, okay? We're not going to be no pampered prima donna ass niggas in the truth, man. Now, don't get me wrong. Some brothers, lifestyles may be somewhat better than others, but however, them men still, all men are facing whatever that chastisement is according to their spirit. You know what I'm saying? Every one of us has something that, the Lord is showing us where we can develop in to be better men in the faith for Him and for the flock and for ourselves. Verse 7, if ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. So basically, if you're not getting chastened, man, that's a red flag. That's a flag on the plate, man. You should be, worried about your position in the spirit, because now, and that's crazy, right? Because us brothers, we got to sing amongst each other, man. When things are going good, we kind of like be anticipating when things are gonna, go back to the Lord chastening us, because it's like you don't want to never get comfortable in this world, man, because this is not our rest. First and foremost, you should never be able to get comfortable in a fucking dumpster, man. No goddamn trash can. We ain't no Oscar the Grouch ass niggas, man. The Lord called us into a royal priesthood, so we're not gonna be, just sitting in this fucking filth and just relaxing in it. Doing breaststrokes in this motherfucker, laying down backwards and just floating backwards in the fucking pile of trash. Nah, this is not our rest, man, because it is polluted, and it will surely destroy you. The women, they polluted. You can't really find a woman that'll love you according to how she's supposed to love you. Like, not now. Now, it might be some brothers out there who got, decent situations, that got a lady that really hold them down and shit like that. But still, being in this flesh, man, it's not what the Lord is going to prepare for us in the kingdom, man. Right? Or even like your kids, you can't even, rejoice in your babies in this fucking world, because, there is too much time of you having to, go to work in Esau's kingdom for you not to be able to be present in your kid's life as much, and especially the curses. Like, a lot of us don't even live in the homes with our children. Although we might be active fathers and things like that, there's only so much you can do in this wicked ass society, man. They being indoctrinated as soon as they go to school, bro. There's nothing you can really do here, man. It's just, try to gird them up as best as you can. And man, this is a hellish place we in, man. The food is trash. The entertainment is trash. All this it's all vanity, man. It's not something you should be getting comfortable with. Anywho, verse 9, it said, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come. What? I gotta read that again, man. This is Hebrews 12 and 9. This is oldie but a goodie, man. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? That's a man, because he's the Father of spirits, bro. Like, come on, man. Why wouldn't you want to listen to the Heavenly Father, man? You're gonna listen to him one way or another anyways. You might as well just, put yourself under subjection, because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is a power that's gonna, either you gonna lay down or you gonna get down. I mean, he gonna put you down regardless. So why would you, if you want to do it the easy way, we're gonna do it the hard way, man. And the hard way ain't gonna be the way you want to see it. And that's why a lot of people gonna get judged, man, in a horrific fucking manner. Because they tried to play with the Father of spirits. Like, nigga. Verse 10, for they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure. But he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. That's not even for him. It's for us. You dig? Because it's like the Lord is giving us an out from what he's gonna do to the wicked here. So the Lord has his hand out and it's extended, and he's pissed, he's angry, he's mad. Remind you, he's mad, but he's still giving you an out. You know what I'm saying? And look, the servant is not greater than his master, right? It said that it pleased him to bruise Yahushua. So what do you think is gonna please the Lord to do unto you? Like, you're gonna go through. We're partakers of the Lord's affliction. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that up after this. But we're partakers. We're partakers. So being a partaker is being a partaker of all things. We gotta be with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? While we down. Until the come up. Stay down to the come up. We gotta stay down to the come up. Because the only time if a person really rocking with you is if they was rocking with you before you had it. You don't want people around you that's rocking with you because you got it. That's, don't get me wrong, but you don't want that. You don't want that. You want people that rock with you. And that's what the Lord doing with us, man. He bringing us he's had us on low levels to see, is you really with me or not? The Lord want a faithful woman, as we all do. We want faithful women in our lives, man. We don't want no whores, that's out here entertaining other gods, idols, other rods. Come on, man. Now we don't want that. Our Lord don't want that, man. So he's gonna test you to see if you're faithful, as he should. I'm going to read that again. Hebrews 12:10. For they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. And that's talking about the kingdom of heaven, man. Them new bodies, man. With that glow, that light. That's going to be bro, that's mighty, bro. Hey, Yahweh Shai is gonna allow us to be partakers of his kingdom, bro. Heirs to the throne with Yahweh Shai. That's unfucking fathomable. But we don't even know what that really entail. We can only we can only meditate on that and extrapolate through certain thought processes. But whatever the fuck we thinking, there's not even something we can even put together, man. There's not even something you can really imagine, man. Because it's first off, Yahweh shot Judah. So, hey, Judah do everything big. So, we don't even know, how big it'll be. This shit that we see on this earth, man. Hey, this shit trash, man. All this shit is trash, bro. When you see, the vehicles we riding in, new ass vehicles, pothole ass streets, man. You get your vehicle, you don't even get it brand new out the wrapper. You get your vehicle, even if you getting it off the lot, for most of us, majority, right? You get it off the lot, that motherfucker already got down there 100,000 miles on it, 60, 70, 80,000 miles on it. No matter how nice it is, and then everything on this side, it just breaks down. Just a bucket of fucking bolts that's really ready to break down on you at any given moment, man. We can't can't put too much into this shit, man. Hey, in the kingdom of heaven, you think we finna be having toilet issues? Like, imagine you being on the chariot and you try to use use the restroom. You got some fucking toilet issues. Your shit clogging up. Like, that shit folly, man. That's the type of shit that go down here in Babylon, man. You got a plumber coming, you know what I'm saying, ass crack all out under your sink or whatever, fixing your fucking plumbing, like, come on. That's not some shit that's gonna happen in the kingdom, bro. Like, that's some American, that's some Babylonian, that's some, Esau ruling that shit, man. Just saying. Anywho, man, I got a little bit sad myself. It's like it. But let me go to verse 11 right quick, though. Because this is the point. Now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. And just remember when you first came into this thing, man. And when you first came into this thing, it was like you was coming fresh out of the world. You had so much of the world's influence on you, pride, ego, all these different, aspects. Now, some brothers more than others, some less than others. Some brothers just had other situations going on with them. My point is, we all had something that was going on with us on the extreme level in the flesh. And through the chastening of the Lord, you start to understand life better. You start to understand the position that the Lord has put you in this world better. You know what I'm saying? You start understanding things that you would have never even considered when you was a simple ass nigga in the world. Smoking blunts and eating Cheetos. You'd have never even considered the things that the Lord has put in our spirit to consider. We are aware now. We're awoke. We're not just no average, regular, degular ass niggas, man. And Salakia for my speech, my rude speech, but I'm just, I'm trying to illustrate a picture because we're on a different level now, man. When the Lord brought us into this thing through his chastening, we started to develop the characteristics of our Lord. That's why chastening is a necessity, and that's what I'm gonna name this sit down lesson. Chastening is a necessity, because it's what helps you to, one, become more mentally and spiritually fortified, and two, to bring forth that peaceable fruits that the Lord wants to display through you. Right? Verse 12, wherefore lift up the hands which hang down and the feeble knees. Yeah, because after you done overcame so many obstacles, eventually you're going to gain confidence in the success of the spirit that the Lord has given you. You're not gonna continue to feel like a loser. You're gonna walk with confidence in the spirit because the Lord has chastened you and made you stronger and made you more endurable. And believe it, this thing that we're in is all about endurance, man. You can't have a weak spirit in this thing, man. And man, there's gonna be times where your spirit gets weak, but you can't have a weak spirit. It's a difference. All right, it's a difference. You know what? Let me go to this First Peter's. 4 and 12, and I may just wrap it up with this, man, because I ain't mean for this lesson to be this long, but hey, it's the spirit, man. Because hey, we have to get our minds prepared for what's coming down, man. We gotta get in that spirit of, hey, if it's the Lord's will, it's the Lord's will. First Peter 4 and 12, beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. And the Lord giving you warning. Now I read Sirach 2 and I started at 6, but if you but did I start at 5? Did I start at 5? But if you start up at the top, it tells you the scriptures tells you to prepare your soul for temptation. So hey man, don't think it's strange when you're catching all sorts of hell. Don't think it's strange when your lady walk out on you. Don't think it's strange when you can't see your kids. Don't think it's strange when your money is funny. Don't think it's strange when you're like, just don't think it's strange, man, to be in positions of difficulty. All right, because you're being in a situation where the Lord is trying you, so He can build you up, and also you get to see where you at in the spirit, what it is you may need to improve on. You got to be circumspect about these things, man. Verse 13, but rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's sufferings, that when His glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Yeah, because everything that you suffered on this side in believing in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hey, you're going to be able to receive the reward. You're going to be able to glory in the Lord that's glorying, that's being glorified, man. It's like, man, we're going to be able to say, we knew you was coming, Lord, and we told y'all the Lord was coming. And you're going to be happy that you was one of the ones that defended His name, man. That did the right thing and served the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai before the coming of this modern world's destruction. Hey, so with that, man, I'm going to give all praise, glory, worship, and honor unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Kakorash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who were well, and salutations to the true and sincere Akim out there preaching and teaching His truth and truth and sincerity, man. I pray that this lesson has been edifying and uplifting out there to the holy and the holy elect. All right, we don't want to say shalom. Ball.